It's 9 a.m. on a Sunday in Manhattan, June 15, 2025. The city is just waking up, bathed in the soft glow of a summer morning. Sunlight glints off glass towers, and the hum of life begins to rise from the streets below. The city stirs. Tourists in Times Square, joggers in Central Park, coffee brewing everywhere. Street vendors set up their carts, taxis honk impatiently, and the pulse of New York beats strong and steady, as it has for generations. It's a perfectly ordinary moment, about to vanish forever. No one suspects that this morning will be the last of its kind, that the routines and rituals of daily life are about to be shattered. Suddenly, a blinding white flash erupts, brighter than the sun, silent, all-consuming. For a split second the world is pure light, erasing shadows, swallowing color, and overwhelming every sense. Cameras fry, eyes are blinded, and a wave of impossible heat sweeps the city. Metal warps, concrete cracks, and the air itself seems to ignite as the temperature soars in an instant. In that instant, New York as we know it ceases to exist. The city's history, its future, its very identity, all are erased in a heartbeat. This isn't fiction, it's the detonation of a nuclear weapon. The unthinkable has become real, and the world is forever changed. Not a Cold War city killer, but a modern tactical 800-kiloton warhead, detonated 6,000 feet above Midtown. Designed for maximum devastation, it's a weapon built for a new era of conflict. The airburst maximizes destruction, spreading light, heat, and pressure across the city. Shockwaves ripple outward, flattening buildings and igniting fires for miles in every direction. Routines, plans, and millions of lives are incinerated in a flash. In a single moment, the hopes and dreams of a metropolis are reduced to ash. The silence is deceptive, a brief pause before unimaginable violence. For a heartbeat, the world holds its breath, suspended between what was and what is to come. The laws of physics are about to unleash their fury. Energy beyond comprehension is released, rewriting the landscape in an instant. The light was only the beginning. What follows is a chain reaction of destruction, each phase more terrifying than the last. The true destruction, the tearing apart of a great city and its people, has just begun. Buildings collapse, neighborhoods vanish, and chaos erupts as survivors struggle to comprehend the horror. What follows is a cascade of horrors, each worse than the last. Fires rage, infrastructure crumbles, and the city's lifeblood is cut off. A new man-made sun has been born over the heart of the Western world. Its light is not life-giving but deadly, a beacon of humanity's darkest invention. The city's ordinary morning is violently erased. The familiar is replaced by devastation, and the world is left to mourn what's been lost. In seconds, the world's most iconic skyline is gone. The symbols of hope and ambition are obliterated, leaving only memories and ruins. The memory of this moment will scar humanity for generations. Survivors will carry the trauma, and the world will never be the same. The age of nuclear terror is no longer a threat, it's reality. The world watches in horror, realizing that the unimaginable has happened. And this is only the first second. The true consequences are just beginning to unfold. The weapon that just erased Manhattan is an 800-kiloton thermonuclear device, over 50 times more powerful than the bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. In a single instant, the city's fate is sealed by a force engineered for maximum destruction, a weapon designed not just to defeat an enemy, but to erase a civilization's heart. Its purpose is annihilation, not war. Detonated as an airburst high above the city, its energy radiates downward and outward, maximizing devastation across the urban landscape. The shockwave, heat, and radiation are all unleashed in a carefully calculated pattern, ensuring that nothing escapes the blast's reach. Skyscrapers become channels for the blast, amplifying destruction as the shockwave ricochets between steel and glass. At the core, a plasma sphere hotter than the sun vaporizes everything nearby in an instant, leaving only shadows and memories where life once thrived. Midtown was chosen deliberately. This is the nerve center of the city, the country, and in many ways, the world. The United Nations, Wall Street, global media, and financial powerhouses all are targeted in a single devastating strike meant to cripple not just a city, but the very idea of order and stability. The bomb is a psychological weapon as much as a physical one, proving that nothing is truly safe. The altitude, yield, and location are calculated to break every system that underpins society: communications, finance, governance, and hope itself. This is not random violence, it's strategic decapitation. The city's symbols of power, once beacons of progress and ambition, become its instruments of ruin, twisted by the very force that sought to destroy them. The world's order is shattered in a single, blinding moment. In the aftermath, the nightmare has only begun, and the true cost of this devastation will echo for generations. In the first second, the fireball expands over a mile wide. Everything inside is vaporized. Landmarks, people, even bedrock, gone, turned to superheated gas. No survivors, no bodies, only a void. A wave of thermal radiation ignites everything flammable for 5 miles. People outdoors are incinerated instantly. Those indoors suffer fatal burns through glass. Fires erupt everywhere. Gas lines, vehicles, electrical systems. These merge into a firestorm, creating hurricane-force winds that feed the flames. Temperatures soar high enough to melt glass and metal. Even underground shelters become death traps as oxygen is consumed. Within 5 miles, 1.5 million people die almost instantly. The world of ambition and concrete is now a vision of hell. The sky darkens with smoke and ash. The city's agony has just begun. After the flash, the blast wave, a wall of compressed air, rips outward at supersonic speed. Within a mile, overpressure pulverizes skyscrapers, erasing the skyline. Between 1 and 3 miles, buildings are shredded, glass becomes deadly shrapnel. Survival here is rare, collapsing structures and flying debris are lethal. Up to 5 miles out, buildings are gutted, bridges buckle, roads are blocked. Manhattan is isolated, its connections to the world severed. Millions are injured by the blast, crushed, cut, thrown. The sound arrives as a deafening roar, rupturing eardrums and causing internal injuries. In minutes, 5 miles of city become a maze of fire, rubble, and death. Infrastructure is broken beyond recognition. The human toll is staggering. The city's people face violence that defies description. The destruction radiates outward, unstoppable. The mushroom cloud rises, carrying radioactive fallout eastward. This invisible poison contaminates everything: ground, water, air. Gamma rays from fallout cause acute radiation sickness, nausea, bleeding, death. Survivors in outer boroughs now face a new threat: radiation. Only thick concrete shelters offer protection. Most buildings are useless. Fallout settles as gritty dust. Being outside is a death sentence. The contaminated zone becomes uninhabitable for years. The city is not just destroyed, it's cursed. Every system collapses at once. The EMP fries electronics, killing power, communications, and the internet. Survivors are isolated, unable to call for help. Emergency services are destroyed or overwhelmed. Hospitals become places of death, not healing. Bridges and tunnels are gone. Manhattan is a fortress of rubble. Subways are crushed, airports crippled, roads blocked. Food, water, and medical supplies stop flowing. Panic and desperation take hold. The social contract dissolves. Authority vanishes. Survival becomes brutal and primitive. The city reverts to chaos in minutes. The world's most advanced city is now a pre-industrial nightmare. Rescue is impossible. The bomb obliterates the heart of global finance: Wall Street, banks, data centers, and their people. Markets worldwide plunge into chaos. Trading halts. Trillions vanish. The collapse of Wall Street triggers a global domino effect. Banks fail, insurance collapses, the dollar plummets. The U.S. economy grinds to a halt. Supply chains break, commerce ceases. A depression worse than the 1930s begins. Economic fallout spreads. Unemployment, hyperinflation, unrest worldwide. Global trade breaks down. Nations hoard resources. The U.S. loses its position as economic leader overnight. A power vacuum emerges. Old rivalries reignite. The economic weapon is as devastating as the nuclear one. Poverty, instability, and fear fuel further conflict. The world order collapses. The financial heart of the world is dead. The world holds its breath. Who did this, and is nuclear war next? The president faces the ultimate decision: retaliate or risk apocalypse. Militaries go to high alert, nuclear weapons are readied. A mistake or miscalculation could end civilization. Even if a terrorist or rogue state is responsible, escalation is likely. The taboo against nuclear use is shattered, a new arms race begins, global anarchy replaces fragile order, one bomb could ignite the final world war. In the aftermath, New York becomes a radioactive wasteland, hundreds of square miles abandoned, left to the relentless advance of nature. Once bustling neighborhoods are now silent, overtaken by weeds and the echoes of lives interrupted. The city's iconic skyline stands broken, a haunting reminder of what was lost in a single devastating moment. The ruins stand as a ghostly monument to the day the world changed forever, a chilling testament to the destructive power unleashed. Millions are displaced, forced to leave behind everything they knew. They face lifelong health problems and trauma, their futures uncertain, their pasts erased in an instant. Cancers and birth defects surge. Psychological scars run deep, affecting not just those who survived but generations to come. The pain lingers in every family, every community. The nation is fundamentally changed. Civil liberties curtailed, fear and suspicion rule. Trust in institutions erodes as people struggle to adapt to a new, harsher reality. America turns inward, consumed by crisis and loss. The sense of unity is replaced by isolation and grief, as the country mourns what it can never regain. The U.S. as a global leader is finished. Its absence on the world stage leaves a power vacuum, and allies are left to navigate a new, uncertain order. The attack is a final, terrible warning, a message to all humanity about the consequences of unchecked power and the fragility of civilization. As Oppenheimer said, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." His words echo through history, more relevant now than ever. The risk is not zero. As long as nuclear weapons exist, so does this threat. The shadow of annihilation hangs over every generation. The doomsday clock remains close to midnight, a stark symbol of how close we are to disaster, and how urgent the need for change truly is. Only the complete elimination of nuclear weapons can prevent this nightmare from ever becoming reality. The choice is ours to make. We must not let our darkest creations define our future. Instead, we must choose hope and work together to build a safer world for generations yet to come.